Harvey, Kizzy Harvey, Black Status presenter. Still makes me excited saying that. Anyway, just wanted to pass on some tips on building leaders. So I've got two, might seem super obvious tips, but I honestly believe that this is what helped me build my first batch of leaders. So the first thing that I did is I set up I forget what I called it now even, because we've changed the name since. But it basically, anybody who showed an interest in being a green elite, and they could be at white status, it didn't matter. But if they were interested, then I set up a messenger group with them. And then I was setting them little tasks and things. And what I was trying to do was establish who was really committed. And what that did is that brought through about 10 ladies, 12 ladies that I could see were committed and they were doing the tasks and they really, really wanted this. So what I then did is I condensed that group down and I started working with those 10 ladies. And again, it was just like a support group really. And I would share leadership things. So if I saw something from Eric Worre, if I read something in a book, I would share it with them in the sort of to help them sort of grow stronger. And I often questioned whether I was doing the right thing because I felt like if it was such good knowledge, I should share it with everybody. But I think if I'd have shared it generally to the team, they may have missed it because there's so much that goes on. Whereas because I gave them sort of this one-on-one attention, it meant that whenever I shared information that they sort of took that on board. And also, of course, they built relationships with each other and supported each other. So for me getting my elites happened like a domino effect, literally one after another, douche, 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 douche. And I do believe that's because they were working together and that they were in this group and that they were sharing things. And, you know, they've got a great relationship because of that. And the second thing that I did was I held a boot camp and I took some of them. So I've got a second home in the countryside, and I took them there and we spent 2 days together and we did the nice thing and, and had drinks and stuff in the evening, but we sat from morning until sort of evening and we went through game plans and action plans and mapped out their teams and we talked through ideas and everything like that. And so I really think that helped. And that's not something you necessarily have to finance yourself. If you've got girls that are super committed, you might find that what they want from you is your time more than anything, so that they would appreciate that sort of one-on-one time for you to help them build to leadership levels. So those were the two things that I did that I think really, really helped build my leaders. And what I didn't do, so this is like an ongoing tip, is I didn't carry that process on. So I sort of did that once and I was so focused on helping those girls that I didn't keep that process going with new girls as they came on board. So I'm having to start that all over again. It would have been much better for me if I'd have kept that rolling, because then I would have continuously been building these leaders. Whereas what I've had is a batch of leaders and now I'm having to start again. So yeah, if you put something like this in place, then try and continuously keep that ticking over. I hope that was helpful. Mwah.